welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing a sign 4 and all ready to fill out. Control cards. For fire, we're doing the sign of fire. The first one I pulled is actually fire. So the King of Wands, Sun, Moon and Rising, Leo, Sagittarian and Aries. Now the deck I'm using today is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. It's called the Fairy Tarot deck. I'm going to turn the light on so you can see a bit better. There we go. The Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine and artistry by David Johnson. Now I'm doing fire, hence the candle, because I just got off the phone from a Lifeline lady who said to me that what I did was perfectly fine, that I was a really good mum by educating my kids on what they could and could not mix as far as alcohol went. I gave them a trial by fire when they hit 16, because I know blue light discos, etc., whatever, happen at 14. So I just thought I'd start and get on a jump start of that early and educate my eldest on what he could and couldn't do and how much alcohol he could actually consume and what he could and couldn't mix it with. My mum did the same thing. Best thing she ever did. She made me smoke a cigarette at 12 because I was a very big fan of Grease, and I ran around smoking, pretending to smoke with this rubber because I wanted to look cool like Sandy did. I never smoked. She made me smoke a cigarette when I was 10. I think I was 8 or 9, 10, and I vomited, and I never ever smoked a cigarette. It was the best advice I ever had. So in saying that, I made my son sick. He vomited. That's what I wanted him to do. So I did look after him so that he knew what not to do when he was out with other people that he wanted to look cool in front of. I figured that was a good idea. Okay, this is money. This is family money. We've got 10 of Pentacles. This is an inherited amount of money, but it's also an inherited gift. You may have a gift of psychicness, and it's been passed down through generations, through your bloodline. It's something you may not have asked for. I sure as hell didn't ask for it. But it is usually in families, and it's passed along the DNA. You may have been a lot of fun when you were younger. You may have been the life of the party. You may still used to like to sing, dance, act, draw, anything fun. You were the fun person that they would invite to the party. But being like that, very charismatic, passionate, restless, self-confident, you were very passionate about your causes, but you may not have always wanted to stick around for the nitty-gritty. I wouldn't say you're a player. When you were younger, I just think you were exploring your options. You weren't wanting to settle down anytime soon. Right now, you're more theatrical, you're inspiring, you're innovative, you're a leadership. You've been a leader, possibly you've been a manager in a managerial position. You've been a leader of the pack. You grew up young, very early, and learnt how to be the strong person, the person that people go to when they don't know who else to go to. So the voice of reason. Maybe you had to be the voice of reason in an interesting dynamic. We've got the Queen of Summer. This is crowning you. Someone in your life that you're worried about. Queen of Cups is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, is around you. You're worried about them. They're loving, they're charismatic, they're comforting, they're emotional, they're intuitive. They know more about you than what you care to share. They read your mind. They read the room. They listen to their heart. They've got a lot of intuitive insights you can trust. They take care of others perhaps too much. Perhaps they get worn out. They have burnout. They may be a community nurse. They may have a background in nursing. But you see all these beautiful little sunflowers all looking to get her attention. This is you trying to get to everyone, but you're forgetting about yourself. You need to look after yourself before you look out for others. This is what it's saying. I know you want to help people. You're emotionally intuitive and emotionally aware. You've You've got emotional intelligence, but what you don't have intelligence about is when to pull back when you're not actually well yourself. You can't empty from a cup that's barren of water. You have to empty from a cup that is full. And being a Queen of Cups, if your cup's not full, you cannot empty out that chalice. In the future, you will be traveling by sea, by plane. It's a fast-moving relationship. It's quick, it's sudden. I see a quick, sudden movement overseas to a foreign land. It's by air, it's by plane, it's worldwide. You may have 8 things you're trying to juggle. You may have stress from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes is what's on your horizon. You are trying to get your fitness in order, your health in order, your hair in order, your lifestyle, your bedroom in order. You're trying to redecorate your home so it reflects who you are. You are trying to be everything to yourself and everyone else. But you know what? You need to take a break. You need to have downtime. Otherwise, you'll burn yourself out and you'll have burnout all the time. Most people that are in community pharmacy, pharmacy assistants, nurses, doctors, healing arts, beauty therapists, hairdresser, have burnout often. So you need to take some downtime. A spa retreat would be nice. Go and visit Scrubber Body. They had a big sale on this week apparently. It was meant to be on Sunday. I was meant to go, but I never got there because I was trying to figure out when I was going to see this Indiana Jones last movie ever. I wanted to see it. I didn't want to miss out. So I missed out on seeing Scrubber Body, where I get my peppermint exfoliation lip cream, which, by the way, is the best thing I've ever used on a broken foot, broken toe. When I had a broken toe, I massaged the peppermint oil into the broken toe. Within 3 weeks, I could walk on my broken toe. It's my testimonial stands to this day. It's amazing. It's not just a lip balm. It's a get fix your bone, break a bone, fix a bone deal. Then you've got the tower. Anything that's not on stable ground is about to fall by science. So if you are not happy where you live, or the company's not doing so well, then the tower may fall. You may lose your job, lose your house, lose the position you thought you had in the bag, because the company is having a downturn. It's not able to afford to hire new people. As much as you thought you had it in the bag, they're not going to hire you because they can't afford to hire you. You're too expensive. Your level of knowledge is off the charts and they can't afford to pay you. You would have to take a pay cut in order to get that job. And they know that. So don't take it as a slight that you're not good enough. You're overqualified. This is what I'm starting to learn. Being 49 and unemployed, I realise I'm overqualified. Not because I want to be, because I have more skills and acumen in the managerial position, leading an entire brand, to being independently getting the award of Brisbane. We were number 1 in the state for the relaunch of Skin Firming Cream back in 2013. That was all down to me marketing, advertising, getting free facials out. If you did buy 3 products, you got 3 products. You got the gift with purchase, which was a 6-product deal, and you got a free facial. I think that's how I got myself on the map. I managed to get back the people that had disappeared and gone to other counters to the loyalists that came back to follow me. I had people follow me from Maya back to David Jones, back to Maya, because they knew I was going to give exactly what I said I was going to give. I never was stingy. I always gave out samples, and I always made sure I looked after my customers. That's called good customer service. It's not about squandering samples or giving away freebies. It is actually trying to reiterate to try and bring back customers for repeated business. That's what I was doing. This is before we used to have your files under lock and key. We used to have a file we could call up and talk to you and invite you in. That no longer happens. That's why the business is failing. It's why everything's online, because it requires a to and fro. It requires someone to call that customer and go, hey, you need an update with your makeup. We're coming into summer. Let's do a colour swatch. Let's see what colour you are right now. Let's look at your skin type. Let's see what's going on in your life, what's going on with your skin. It's not always going to be the same. You can't give a person a set of products and go, hello, that's you for the rest of the day. No. Your skin's going to go through different areas. It's going to go through hormonal fluxes and laxes. And of course, the skin and the hair and the makeup has to adjust, because if you're going through a hormonal situation, so is your skin, so is the rest of your body, because the skin is the biggest organ on your body. You need to make sure it's well. If it's not well, then you're not well. And I believe, and totally 100% believe in Clarins and Shiseido and Gilique. They are the epitome of healthy, wealthy, and wise. It's all about the skin, the well-being, about meditation. It's about doing correct lifting techniques through Clarins. For Shiseido, it's all about doing massage that is all in the flow of 3 times 3 times 3. Circular movements up and around the face, which is giving an actual cosmetic lift manually. This is all through their products, but touch therapy and a certain way of doing things. I'll always speak very highly of Shiseido, of Clarins, of Gilique. Very, very, very good brands of makeup. Lancome I haven't really played with. I can't comment. But I know from experience L'Oreal and Lancome apparently use the same factory to produce the same products. I love L'Oreal. I've been a huge fan of L'Oreal since they first came out back when I was in my 20s. Skin firming L'Oreal. L'Oreal is a cheaper version of, I believe, Lancome. Okay, we're trying to get this last 2 cards. So we're going to the Library of Alexandria, where everything crumbles. I need to do some research. Oh, and by the way, you are the Hierophant. You are the High Priestess. You are right now. You don't have to hope to be. You are the person people come to for advice on what's going to happen next. You are the psychic medium that sees things before they happen. I watched Dial of Destiny with Harrison Ford, this magical contraption that propelled people into the future or into the past in order to change the future. Guess what? It's been around for a very long time. It's been hidden for a very long time. Apparently, in the Alps. No one's ever talked about it, but they did in this movie, because apparently that's what people do. They don't always tell you what's really going on. They make a movie about it, like A Discovery of Witches, which is about a real person. That would be me. That makes which wind, which fire, which water. That would be me. I don't ask for it. It's just what I do. You are this person. Now, Taurus and Cancer rule the High Priestess. I am an Aquarian with a Cancerian moon, and a Taurus moon, and a Scorpion moon, and a Pisces moon. So I'm that person. You have this line of Wiccans, of evolved people in your DNA. You can't ignore it. It's just who you are. And so your use on Earth is to guide and help the up-and-coming children that are blessed with the ability. That's what I believe. You're meant to help and show. Like a magic school, like in Charmed. Make a magic school, and like in Vampire Diaries, they had a magic school to train the new up-and-coming special kids, special needs kids that had abilities. I reckon that's what we need to do. We don't have a hotline for special needs kids who have issues with their abilities. We need to. We just have Lifeline. This is talking about working with people in, again, religious circles. Okay, religious sectors. You don't have to be religious, but you can work with these religious people, these religious groups, and they will help guide you and enlighten you to a cause. This is by The Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and artwork by Selena Fenech. This particular thing, I draw a circle that way, unlock it, and once I stop the reading, I go backwards. Because we're opening a portal, a window in time to get your reading. I do this with the Book of Kells as well. It also has a symbol on the front of it. And the three actual scribes that did the Book of Kells, one of them was Chinese, and he was actually an emperor, an emperor's son. true story. I've been researching it. I recently took out a copy of the Book of Kells that lives in a library in the University of Newcastle. It's worth a lot of money. It was donated. It's an exact replica of the Book of Kells. And I had to undo the lock to read it, and I had to re-lock it. I don't want anything coming out like the pandemic. Keeper of Secrets. You're dealing with Scorpion. Child of the Moon. Again, there's a full moon coming up. Apparently it's in Cancer. I think it's on the 21st. I think we're right now in Capricorn. But we were in Capricorn, now we're coming into the emotional side. The Child of the Moon is 36 and 37. It's like one card difference. It's a dual partnership. It's water. But this is fire. So you may have fire in your chart, but you may also have a lot of water. And this makes you very emotional. Okay, so we're going to read Keeper of Secrets. You're learning to treat something carefully and with wisdom. Deciding who to share your own experiences and thoughts with is an important step in knowledge, for when you squander your own precious thoughts upon those who cannot understand, you're allowing your own precious magic to be diminished and diluted. You're learning who to trust with deeper, more sacred moments in your life and your magics, and who to stay quiet with. Learning the value of hard-won crafting as opposed to the fiery genius of initial ideas and enjoying the process of the in-between times without talking too much of those. Be steady and quietly strong in the course of your wealth rather than impulsive and thus wasting your magics. So much of the magic is made by turning up and crafting something, simply by doing the work. And it's so hard to convince people of that. And it doesn't make the magic any less for that. 37. 36. You must conduct a forgiveness ceremony as sincerely as you can in order not to recreate a situation that has previously hurt you. While you are still vibrating to the energy of the past, it cannot help but repeat itself. Even if the echoes do grow fainter, you can attain enlightenment, a lessening of the burdens, a reduction in grief, a return of good cheer and optimism through forgiveness. By forgiving those who have hurt or persecuted us, we allow ourselves to be free. It's only then that you're repeating the same cycle to be done with. When you receive this card, ask the fairies to assist you to help you find the opportunities to exercise the forgiveness muscles. Ask them to clear your clear under moonlight and watch them clear and brush from you all the debris that causes you pain. Just volunteer for this. Just allow it to happen. Just be willing to be open to sit. Then it cannot help but free you from the past and allow you to step into the present. You will know you've forgiven when reminders of the personal situation no longer cause you upset. You will see the blessings in the lesson that you will not allow this to take place again. Because forgiveness frees us from the shackles of pain and tie us to the past and to people we've long held left behind. When we do not forgive, we are energetically and quite literally dragging them behind and around us. And it is that weight that can hold us like an albatross back from our true potential. And that's all I have for